Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes, tamu sana. For days and weeks now, Musalia Mudavadi has been threatening that he was just going to unleash an earthquake. And what we saw today was that William Ruto attended ANC delegates meeting. So that to Musalia Mudavadi is his earthquake. What does that mean politically? What's the political implication of William Ruto attending Musalia Mudavadi's ANC delegates meeting? That's our analysis and discussion right now. So if in case you've just bumped here for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you, God bless you, God bless Kenya. Yes. I think today's occurrences at Bomas or events at Bomas was actually widely expected. In the political circles, it was just a matter of time before Musalia Mudavadi joins William Ruto. And that was expected. There is nothing here that is new that has caught anybody, especially for those who have been following politics keenly in this country. Nothing here has caught anybody unexpected. Kenyans were expecting this. And through Musalia Mudavadi's Cleophas Malala, they were also just leaking this out of the bag. An indication that Musalia Mudavadi is not a very smart politician. He ought to have kept all this a secret. But nonetheless, they leaked the information way too early for Kenyans to actually fathom and measure, or rather to figure out their next political move. And as things stand today, Raila Molo Odinga and the Azimio team have put in place measures to counter that. We are now seeing the AP party of Eugene Wamalu and Wafula Wamunyinyi dealing with Moses Masika Wetangula family in the Bukusu land. And on this other side, we have the likes of Oparanya, Atuli, all Western governors, almost all elected leaders, and very strong aspirants, all angling in the Azimio team. So Musalia Mudavadi is just left a shell to maybe join William Ruto and to work with William Ruto. So, what is the political implication of William Ruto attending Musalia Mudavadi's ANC delegates meeting today? That's our analysis and discussion today. Kindly subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. The first political implication of this is that this is a big win for William Ruto and Raila Molo Odinga, and a very big blow to Musalia Mudavadi. And I'm saying it's a win for Ruto and Raila because of this. As things stand today, if an election was to be done today in Western, the Mulembe nation, Raila would garner a super majority there. But nonetheless, there is always a Mudavadi factor in Western. Some Mulembe people have also been angling around Musalia Mudavadi. These are specifically the Maragolis in Vihiga County. And so with Musalia Mudavadi clearly showing clear signs, that is actually joining William Ruto or is working with William Ruto. In my considered opinion, I tend to believe there is going to be a split in the Maragoli vote or at the support base that currently Musalia Mudavadi enjoys in Western. There are those who will follow him to William Ruto. Some will opt for Raila Molo Odinga. So you will find Raila's popularity in Western actually increasing. Because besides Raila's traditional support in Western, the ones who are supporting Musalia Mudavadi, they are going to be split between Ruto and Raila Molo Odinga. And it's also a win for Ruto because the few supporters who believe in Musalia Mudavadi, the Maragolis, they are also going to follow Mudavadi to William Ruto. And I'm saying that because of this again. You know, as things stand today, we have the Mulembe support, or rather we have the Mulembe people who are currently supporting William Ruto even before they form an alliance with Mudavadi. And if you look keenly, or rather if you dissect it, they are the Mulembe people who have all along been supporting Jubilee. They have actually not been supporting Raila, even in the previous election. They have all along been voting against Raila Molo Odinga. Those are the Luyas, or rather the Mulembe people, who are currently supporting William Ruto. And so if you add those ones, plus the few ones that maybe Mudavadi will give William Ruto, you will find William Ruto rising, but not all that much in the Mulembe nation. So in a nutshell, it's a win for Raila Odinga, a win for William Ruto, and a big blow to Musalia Mudavadi. That comes out very, very clearly. And in this event of today, Musalia stands out as the biggest loser in all these things. Secondly, another meaning or political implication is that this is an indication that Musalia's presidential bid has all along been just but a joke. Musalia's bid was just a clever plot by William Ruto and his team to maybe divide the Mulembe vote. And they wanted to divide the Mulembe vote this way. Either they were to propel Musalia Mudavadi to go for the presidency, or outrightly for Musalia to join them. And I know they are still weighing those two options. They can still let Musalia contest for the presidency, or Musalia can outrightly join them. So it's another indication that all along Musalia's presidential bid has all just been William Ruto's gimmicks. And that also has a negative political implication on Musalia Mudavadi. He's being seen as somebody who is not his own man. He has all along been actually being used by William Ruto to maybe achieve a specific political objective. That also dwarfs Musalia Mudavadi's political influence in Western. And then the third implication or meaning of this is that this is yet another clear indication that Mudavadi again has all along been working for Ruto. Yes, it's somehow similar to the second point. But this is also an indication that Mudavadi has all along been working for Ruto. All the things you have been hearing Cleophas Malala talk, all these things, he was just actually saying them on behalf of Musalia Mudavadi, but under the influence of William Ruto. These people, in my considered opinion, they have all along been taking lawyers for granted. And so I think the likes of Osotsi, who have actually been saying that Musalia has been William Ruto's ally, I think they have now been vindicated. And this, again, ladies and gentlemen, shows clearly well that Musalia Mudavadi, he has got a problem in terms of political strategy and his political moves. We have been seeing Musalia Mudavadi making very open political blunders. Now, for example, this one of today, any sensible political analyst or somebody who analyzes politics without taking sides will tell you that this is a political blunder on the side of Musalia Mudavadi. It's a political blunder because it's a given fact that under the current political situation, William Ruto will not win the presidency. That's a given fact. And now for Musalia Mudavadi to join that kind of a person is just an indication that all this team, they are just heading to the opposition. So in this case, the person to gain again is William Ruto. Musalia Mudavadi, in my considered opinion, has today dug his political grave permanently. And I'm not just seeing any person or through whichever formula, Musalia Mudavadi will come out of this political grave. He has dug for himself. The grave appears to be very deep, too deep for any person to actually help Musalia Mudavadi out of that political grave. It's a big blunder on Musalia Mudavadi's part. Another implication or meaning of this is that it reduces the Mulembe vote into a contest between Raila Odinga and William Ruto. Yes. So whether Musalia Mudavadi still contests for the presidency or not, already the die is cast in Western. It's either you are pro-Raila Odinga or pro-William Ruto. And that's a good news for the Azimio team. Because all along, they've been trying to portray Musalia Mudavadi as somebody working for William Ruto. But some of the Mulembe nation, some people in Western, were still doubting that. They thought it was just politics the Azimio team were actually playing by branding Musalia Mudavadi a William Ruto ally. So this incident of today just reduces the Mulembe vote hunting into a contest between Ruto and Raila Odinga. And your guess can be as good as mine that if you have such two horses in Western, your guess can be as good as mine where the win is actually heading to. This is a landslide win for Raila Odinga, a big win for Raila Odinga. And then finally, I also believe this incident of today also complicates the running mate question for both Ruto and Raila Odinga. And in this case, I slightly agree with Mudavadi that maybe has created some kind of an earthquake a bit in our Kenya's political reality. In that now, by Musalia joining William Ruto, because the incident of today is an indication that he has joined Ruto, I tend to believe William Ruto is going to go back to the drawing board as to who is the best person placed to be his running mate. Same to Raila Odinga. Because I have a strong opinion that the mountain votes is going to dump William Ruto. That one is definite. The mountain vote will leave William Ruto. You might find William Ruto picking Musalia Mudavadi as his running mate. Yes, that's a very high possibility. And then as that happens, I tend to believe Raila Odinga might also be tempted to pick a non-Mount Kenya candidate as his running mate. In this case, even maybe Kalonzo Musyoka. And from where I sit, I've always maintained that the best candidate to deputize Raila Odinga for the presidency this year is Kalonzo Musyoka. But I stand to be corrected anyway. But from where I sit, as long as Uhuru Kenyatta supports Raila Odinga, with all the leaders we are seeing supporting Raila Odinga, whether Raila appoints a running mate from the mountain or not, it will not change much because already the ethnic kingpin Uhuru Kenyatta supports him. So in my considered opinion, the best candidate in this case is maybe Kalonzo Musyoka. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, I believe those are the political meaning or political implication of William Ruto today joining or attending Musalia Mudavadi's ANDC party. And from where I sit, I tend to believe Musalia Mudavadi is doing this out of desperation. And as a smart politician, who I think Musalia is, it's still not late for him. He can still make the right choices by not plunging himself into political oblivion. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, if you've just bumped here for the very first time and you have not yet subscribed, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.